Hi, I'm Laura Bonham. I'm the Communication Coordinator for Progressive Democrats of America.
Your group is working towards impeachment of someone?
Yes, we are working quite hard to impeach Dick Cheney first, followed very quickly by George Bush.
Any particular reason?
Because there has been wrongdoing at the highest level of government, and we want to ensure that the next president and all succeeding presidents' power is reined in the context stated in the Constitution.
There are a lot of people who look at impeachment as something that is not politically or practically the right way to go. What is it that makes you think that this is an appropriate avenue to take?
What makes it an appropriate avenue to take is if any one of us ordinary folks were to break the law with such impunity, we would certainly have the book thrown at us. No one in this country is above the law, so whether it's politically pragmatic or not, it's simply the right thing to do.
Yeah, but what about that pragmatic thing?
Well, quite frankly, there's a growing support for impeaching them simply as a way to help bring an end to the disaster that's going on in Iraq. Many of us feel that if the people of this country stood up and corrected the mistake that they made when they elected this regime in the first place, that it would open up a lot of doors with our allies and neighbors in the Middle East to help bring an end and a safe transfer of our troops out as peacekeeping troops go into Iraq.
If you succeed in impeaching both the president and the vice president, where exactly does that leave the country?
Well, probably at the general election in November. If we were to, first you would have to impeach one, and then you would have to impeach the other, and whoever, if you go with Cheney first, whoever the president would appoint would become the president of the United States after you get done impeaching George Bush. So it's kind of a tricky thing the way it works out, but it's still the right thing to do.
Now, whose leadership is required in terms of the congressional leadership in order to get this moving? Do you need the speaker aboard?
Well, it certainly would be helpful if the Speaker got on board in terms of getting the number of co-sponsors. H.R. 333 is in Congress right now, sponsored by Representative Dennis Kucinich. At the moment, they have 13 co-sponsors. There's one just about to sign. There's been some support among Congress members who haven't signed on yet. It would be great if we could get all the members of the Judiciary Committee to sign on to the bill. We're looking to get at least 100 co-sponsors, and then we think we can move it forward.
Is there one general reason why some of these people are not supporting this effort?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with politics. It's if I support this effort, can I get elected? If I support this effort, are we going to lose the general election in 2008? There's all of these questions that elected people have to ask themselves. And until we can get more general support, I know that John Conyers on the Judiciary Committee will act if we can build the support among other Congress members to co-sponsor the bill. So we're looking to get 100 co-signers on that bill, and then I think he'll move that forward through the judiciary, regardless of where the Speaker stands.
Other than Congressman Dennis Kucinich, have any of the presidential candidates supported your effort?
Not to date, none that I know of, but that's another avenue to be working, is seeing if we can't promote that among the candidates. Of course, to them it doesn't make much difference. One of them will undoubtedly be the next president, but it seems that there's support for it in the terms of, yes, it's the right thing to do, yes, there's been wrongdoing, yes, we were lied into this war, yes, constitutional protections are being thrown out, but politically an impractical thing to do is what we're hearing. So we're trying to get our members into their Congress members' office while they're on this break to be discussing the advantages of impeachment in terms of doing the right thing and protecting the Constitution and the office of the presidency for future generations, and also in ending the war in Iraq. We think this is you impeach these two, and that will open up all kinds of new doors to end the war.
Does the Clinton impeachment cast a shadow over your efforts?
Well, we do hear that from some members of Congress, but the fact of the matter is past impeachments have been an effective thing to do. And one of the reasons the Clinton impeachment is frowned upon by politicians is Clinton was impeached when he was a pretty popular guy. He had more than 50% of the country was in support of him from the beginning, and we're kind of in a reverse situation with George Bush, and especially Dick Cheney, who is very unpopular, and we feel it would be really, really easy to impeach Dick Cheney. And through that, a lot of evidence will be uncovered, one would hope, that could lead to the impeachment of George Bush.